What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top prize picks props for NBA for today, December 28th, 2023. Still been crushing it lately. If you guys are interested in joining that VIP where I post my exact slips every single day, it's only $20 a month. If we don't profit on your first day of joining, you do get your $20 refunded. So feel free to join up, take advantage of that. Once the new year comes, I'm not going to have that offer anymore. So, for example, if you joined today, December 28th, we lost, you get your $20 refunded to your payment method used on Patreon, and you would have access till January 28th. You would keep that access. But I post my exact slips for every single app every single day. Highly recommend it. Also, guys, if you're not on Chalkboard, UnderDog, Sleeper, any of those websites really, use my links in the link tree or just use code TTL. Betr is the only one that's different. It's TTL DFS, but you'll get a 100% deposit match on all sites, as well as a free week of VIP for each one that you sign up to. Just open up a support ticket in Discord once you do so, and I'll get you added to that free trial. But thank you guys so much for all the support lately, guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. Really pushing for that 16,000 subscriber mark before the end of the year. We only have 3 more days, so hopefully we can get there. It's going to be pretty close. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for all the support, and let's get into the actual picks. I'm not going to do too long of an intro today. I know sometimes the intros get really long. I think I'm going to give out my top. We'll do our top 4. We'll do our top 4 props today. Technically, it's going to be kind of like a top 3 because one of them is on the same player, but we're going to do top 4. So one of my top plays of the day is going to be Luka Doncic, and this is the person that we're going to have 2 props for. Now, you could just say, like, okay, so what we're going to take is we're going to take under on 9.5 rebounds, and we're going to take under on 10.5 assists. And you could just say take the under on 19.5 rebounds and assists. But if I'm putting these 2 in different lines, like in different slips, I'm okay with just playing under rebounds and under assists. So it's possible he goes over 19.5 RA because he gets like 14 rebounds and then 6 assists. So then he would go under on assists but over on rebounds. But if we did RA, we would just lose that slip no matter what. But if we like use some in one slip and some or one on the other slip and one on this slip, then it's okay. Like if one misses, the other can still hit. But these are one of my top 2 props of the day. You can pick either one you want, really. I kind of like the under 10.5 assist a little bit more, but they're both great. So we're going to be using Outlier.bet and DG Fantasy for our research today. So we can go ahead and take a look at DG Fantasy, and we can see both of these are at the top. And so what I do personally is I use DG Fantasy. You can use code LIMIT for 25% off of your first month. But it shows you your odds to hit based on sportsbook odds. I look at this, and then that gives me the idea of the play, and then I can look at Outlier and see what are the game logs looking at like, what are the matchups looking like. And for both of these plays for Doncic, I really like it. So we can see the under 9.5 rebounds is supposed to be a 54.7% odds to hit. The under 10.5 assists is 54.09%. Now, I personally like the assist a little bit better, and let's take a look at it. So we can see the under 9.5 rebounds. We can take a look at this. So over the last 10, he's cashed this in 7 out of 10 games for the under 9.5 rebounds. In the head-to-head matchup, he's gone over this in only 2 out of 6 games. And this year, earlier this year, just around 2 weeks ago, he got 6 rebounds. In 2023, he's gone under this in 17 of 29. And we can see there are some GTD players, Irving, Kleber. Neither one of these would affect his rebounds or assists really too much. Maybe Irving would affect his assists, but not too much there that's going to change anything. And we can see the Timberwolves are first in the league for least amount of rebounds allowed versus point guards. They're 6th, allowing 5.5 rebounds per game. So really loving this. The Dallas Mavericks are also 10-point underdogs. So great opportunity for blowout here. I'm really liking, especially if Irving doesn't play. But I'm really liking this. I'm taking the under 9.5 rebounds. Now let's take a look at the under 10.5 assists as well. We can already see on the main right side of the screen, all greens, loving it, man. Over his last 5, he stayed under in 4 out of 5. Last 10, stayed under in 7 out of 10. In the head-to-head matchup, he stayed under in 5 out of 6 games. He did get 13 earlier this season, though, so that is something to keep an eye on. In 2023, he stayed under this in 79% of games, 23 of 29. We can also see if Irving doesn't play, 8 of 13. If Kleber doesn't play, 19 of 24, so same rate. The Timberwolves' assist defense, they're 4th in the league for least amount of assists allowed versus point guard. Yet again, same as rebounds, they're 6th in the league. They allow around 8 assists per game to point guards. So I'm loving this. We can also see the outlier insight for both of these. So for the assist, he's failed to exceed this in 15 of his last 16 games on the road against top 10 scoring defenses. And then for the rebounds, he's failed to exceed this in 12 of his last 18 games on the road after a loss. So I'm loving both of these for Doncic. You can take either one, pick and choose, take both, however you want to do it. Obviously, you can't take them both on the same slip, but I'm loving both of these, and that's what I use DG Fantasy to find. So really love that, and highly recommend signing up for DG Fantasy and for Outlier. Outlier, if you use my link, you get a free week. DG Fantasy, use code LIMIT, 25% off your first month. But we're going to be using Outlier for the other two. But I feel like they both are positive EV as well, which would be DG Fantasy. But really liking Miles Turner. I know they popped up 16.5 points on DG Fantasy. After looking a little bit more, I love the 16.5 points. I like the 17.5 points and assist a little bit better. So we can see it's minus 145 on DraftKings, minus 130-ish elsewhere. Over his last 10, he's went over this in 6 out of 10. In the head-to-head matchup, he's gone over this in 4 out of 8. Earlier this year, he got 23 PA and 3 assists as well. In 2023, he's gone over this in 15 of 29. It's a 1.5 point spread, supposed to be super close. And then the Bulls are 9th in the league for points allowed, 25th for assists. And then versus centers, they are 14th for points, 22nd for assists. So I'm loving this. He shoots 12 field goal attempts per game, with 4 of those being three-pointers. And he also averages around 4 or 5 free throws per game as well. So there's just plenty of potential for him to get in there, get in the paint, get those offensive rebounds first of all, and get those layups, get those fouls, and free throws. I'm loving this. We can see over his last 5, he's got it in 3 of 5, last 10, 6 of 10. I'm loving this, especially with the spread being that close. Bruce Brown is out. With Bruce Brown being out, he's cast this in both games, shooting 10 field goal attempts. Obviously, he's shooting 69% field goals made, so that's not accurate. He's not going to make that many shots normally, but he is shooting 12 field goal attempts per game. And that shouldn't really change with Bruce Brown being out. I'm sure there's other reasons of why he had 10 average without him, but with only a 2-game sample size. But I'm loving this. Let's lock it in with confidence. The reason I like 17.5 points and assists rather than the 16.5 points, I mean, his 0.5 assist line is like minus 220 to go over. We saw he got 3 assists versus them last time. They have a weak defense weak defense for assists. So I'm loving it. Let's lock it in with confidence over 17.5 points and assists. I think he could easily get 2 or 3 assists, which just makes him have to get less points for this line. And our 4th and final play of the day is going to be Jerami Grant under 7.5 rebounds and assists. So this is versus the Spurs. That's the only thing that's scary, is that it's versus the Spurs. So when we take a look at it, Jerami Grant under 7.5. We can see it's minus 128 on FanDuel, minus 125 DraftKings, minus 130 elsewhere. Over his last 5, he stayed under in 4 out of 5, 4 in a row as well. Over his last 10, he stayed under in 8 out of 10. In the head-to-head matchup, he stayed under in 2 out of 3. In 2023, he stayed under in 80% of his games, 20 of 25. And we can see over his last 5, for example, he stayed under versus the Suns. He stayed under versus Washington, and the Wizards are like dead last in defense for everything, even worse than the Spurs. So I'm liking this tonight. He's failed to exceed this in 12 straight games at home against bottom 10 scoring defense. He's averaging 4 rebounds. And we can take a look. The most assists he's had all season is 6, and he's averaging between 2 and 4, just depending on the day. Sometimes even 1. So I'm really liking this. We can see he stayed under in 4 games in a row. Let's make it 5 today. I know, like I said, the Spurs defense, they're 28th for rebounds allowed, 29th for assists. Versus power forwards, it does get a little bit better. They're 8th in rebounds, 29th in assists, and he doesn't get many assists per game either. So I'm loving this. He doesn't get many potential assists either. Ayton is out. Shaedon Sharpe is out. He got a 4 with both of them being out last time. With just 8 and being out, he's gotten 6 and then 4. I think he stays under today. Let's lock it in with confidence. I really do appreciate all you guys that are watching the videos every single day. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the free Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video.